Hi, I'm Tara, and I'm here today with Kristen Henning, and she is a hypnotherapist. Now, what's interesting is that I think a lot of people hear hypnotherapy and they get scared right away and think, "Oop, nope, that's like, the stage act with the duck and all that." And it's really not. It's an actual form of therapy, just like talk therapy. Mm-hmm. So what is, for somebody who's never been exposed to it or has kind of what I had, all these preconceived ideas, what is hypnotherapy?
It is using hypnosis to go ahead and further your development, whether it's through business or personal issues. And when you're talking about hypnosis, that's you put yourself in a trance, which is in a hyper-aware state. So you're fully aware of everything that's going on.
Because that's a misconception that all of a sudden you're blacked out, you don't know what's going on, and it's totally the opposite.
Right. You're very aware of what's going on. And if I ask you to do something like quack like a duck, and you wouldn't normally do that for me, then you're not going to entrance or when I pull you out and the doorbell rings or whatever.
Right.
So it's not going to happen. I can't make you do something. I had a guy ask me if I could get his safe codes. Well, no, unless you're going to give them to me in normal thought conversations or thought processes, then no. It's something you keep secret, then you're going to keep secret.
Right. So there's not this idea that you're letting go of your inhibitions or power or something. So why do people get hypnotherapy done?
Well, because they've done several national studies here in America that have shown it's vastly more effective than talk therapy. 600 sessions in talk therapy with a 38% recovery rate, or you've got to your target area, versus 6 sessions in hypnotherapy and a 98%.
Wow, that's huge. So
huge
women
difference.
really like this.
Right. It's a time saver, obviously. Even if you went once for 6 weeks, well, that's once for 6 weeks versus 600 sessions, which could be up to 4 years, depending on how you do your sessions. Wow. So it's a big difference there. And obviously, 600 sessions at a copay of, let's just say, $30 versus 6 sessions typically of anywhere between $100 and $200, depending on where you're at in the country, to have a hypnotherapy session. So obviously, that's obvious.
Money-wise,
economically,
huge.
huge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what are some things that women come to you that they want hypnotherapy for?
Women have come for many different things, from childbirth to anxiety, to depression, to building their businesses because they're stuck because they don't like getting up in front of people, doing their 60-second commercials, or just even talking about what it is they're doing. Weight loss, how to stop smoking. Those typical things.
And it's interesting, in business, we read these books like The Power of the Positive Thinking and The Power of the Subconscious Mind, and that's really what hypnotherapy is. It's just retraining those subconscious thoughts that we don't even realize we have that are holding us back.
Right.
And putting new thoughts.
Right. And most people who you go and do hypnotherapy with will train you to do the self-hypnosis, so you can continue to build on that. You've got a tool there that's always available once you know how to access it.
And I like this. You said we do this all the time. We were driving the car, and all of a sudden you went, okay, where was I? Just, all of a sudden.
It's called road trance, and that's what I do is I help put you into a trance. But our brains naturally do that. Because our brains need breaks, just like the rest of us do. Just like your body needs a break when you're running a triathlon or training for one, you need the same thing with your brain. So that's what hypnosis does, is it gives your brain a break. It gives your tongue a break is what I like to tell people.
Oh, okay.
And then it's the voice inside your head that we work with, the one that says good things or bad things, and we want it to say good things.
So if you're kind of hitting a roadblock in your business going, I just can't seem to get past this level, this is a really great tool to kind of help that gate open.
Right, or if you have the fear of making follow-up phone calls. If you're selling something and you're always afraid to call and check up because they're not going to like it or they're going to want their money back or they're going to want something from you, then we can work with that. And we're going to teach you, I use your words so that it's more accepted into your head, and so it is what you would say to yourself anyway. But that it will be okay, and no, most people like my product. That's why I sell it. I wouldn't sell something that people don't want or need.
So tell me, who are the right people for hypnotherapy?
Anyone who can follow a 3 to 5 step command is perfect. So usually that's about a 6-year-old up into their 80s or 90s, depending on who needs to change a behavior or change their thought process.
Okay, when you say 3-step command, you mean pick this up, take it to the table, sit down.
And tie your shoes.
Tie your shoes. Okay. And then how long does hypnotherapy usually last?
It usually takes between 2 to 10 sessions, depending on who your therapist is, and it takes an hour to 2 hours
per session.
Okay.
And how do you find a hypnotherapist? Because that to me would be scary. You just don't want to go to anybody.
No, and you do want to be careful. It's just like finding any other therapist. You want to make sure they have references. You want to make sure that they've gone to accredited schools or accreditation programs, not just been on the internet and bought it from somewhere south of the border.
Okay.
Because
So credibility.
Yeah, we do want them well trained. Usually a therapist has 2 or 3 former clients that they'll give you their name and number, or they'll have that client call you at an approved time.
Okay.
And so there at least somebody's calling you that's going to
Be a reference.
Yeah, and say, yeah, I was helped this way.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for being here today and kind of teaching us a little bit about a topic that maybe people will stay away from, but really could have valuable benefits for you and for your business. So if you want to find out more about Kristen, you can go to her contact information here below, and we will see you next week.